Previously on Reunion.
You're going to France? I thought we were working things out. I mean, what about the kids?
I don't want to disrupt their lives any more than we have to.
I had a baby years ago in London, and they put her up for adoption.
Who's the father?
It was a one-time thing. You and I weren't even talking at the time.
There was an accident. We need an ambulance immediately. It's your father. I thought you didn't like Will.
He didn't make a very good first impression, but you tell me, you know him better than I do.
To be honest, you'd be damn lucky to have him as a son-in-law.
I think maybe you're right. Oh, I'm so tired.
Your white cell count was extremely elevated. When it's over 40,000, that's a pretty clear indicator of malignant cell growth.
Isn't that cancer?
Let me get this straight. You want to arrest Congressman Craig Brewster for the murder of his wife?
Yes. Captain, look, even you have to agree that the evidence is compelling. We know the murder weapon has been in a congressman's possession.
Yeah, as well as that of two of his friends.
Well, if he's innocent, why is Brewster the only suspect who won't provide us with a blood sample?
Because the murder occurred in his home. And his lawyers are smart enough to know there are 1,000 reasons why his DNA might show up at the crime scene. In the wheelchair. Brewster's a paraplegic. I thought the ballistics determined the angle of entry ruled him out as the shooter.
Damn it, Captain, whose side are you on anyway?
Ken.
If I wasn't getting close to the truth, then why would someone try and run me down? I'm telling you, Craig Brewster murdered his wife.
And I am telling you, Detective, if you can't sell me, you certainly can't sell the DA. Or the grand jury. Look, I can see this case has become personal for you. Maybe it always has been. So, unless you can bring me some credible suspect with a credible motive by week's end, I am handing the investigation off to Homicide Special. Good day, detectives.
A woman is murdered in a city of over 10 million people and... There's got to be someone out there that can help me prove what happened that night.
Come and see our house in D.C. It's right in the middle of Georgetown.
It sounds great.
Congressman Brewster, I still can't believe it.
My father'd be happy to know you were the one filling his seat, Craig.
Big shoes to fill, but I'm doing my best.
So, where are you guys gonna get married? In the city or up in Bedford?
We haven't really set a date yet.
Would you excuse me a minute? What did I say?
No, nothing. I think Catherine's still having doubts. Not sure she wants to spend the rest of her life with a guy her father died hating.
Hating? What are you talking about? He didn't hate you at all. Before he died last year, he told me how much he respected you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I would have said something before, but I didn't realize it wasn't an issue.
That's good to hear.
Except I don't think you're the only one who needs to hear it.
Excuse me. I'm gonna go and have a conversation with your fiancé. Hey, Catherine. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
Okay, so your mom's gonna be here any minute, okay? And you're gonna spend the weekend with her. But then, just in 2 days, you're gonna come back home to me and your Aunt Jenna. How about this? How about next weekend we go see Aunt Jenna's play again, all right? How does that sound? We'll get chocolate and everything, it'll be a lot of fun. Okay, give me a kiss. Mwah. Give me a kiss, give me a kiss. Go. Go, 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 go.
I'll have them back on Monday.
So what are you saying, that the chemotherapy isn't working?
It hasn't worked well enough, no. I can understand how upsetting this is for you, Mrs. Holland.
You know, what's upsetting is that last year you stood right here and said what? That the odds were within a year Peter would be in remission.
That was our hope, but every case is different.
as is every doctor.
I wanted to talk to you about another option. Bone marrow transplants have been very successful in treating cancers such as yours, but we need to move very fast.
A bone marrow transplant. And if that doesn't work, doctor?
I suggest that we try to focus on the positive, Mrs. Holland.
Don't worry, Carla. Everything's gonna be fine. I know it will.
When you have kids and all you want is a break from the noise, but, you know, they go away for 2 days and all you can think of is how unbearably quiet it is.
I know you miss them, but they'll be fine. You said it yourself, Pascal is a great mother.
Have I thanked you lately for all your help with them?
Oh, please. I've had a blast this year. Living here, doing off-Broadway. And you've made it easy, letting me come and go as I please, being a total gentleman at all times. This year's been almost perfect.
Almost?
Well, there's this guy.
Oh, of course. This is Jenna Moretti. No story can be complete without the guy.
Shut up. It's not what you think. He's an understudy in my play.
So what's the problem?
The problem is we spend all this time together, but he doesn't even notice me. I mean, if he were married or unavailable, I know exactly what to do. But nice guys are a bit of a mystery to me.
I'd say just be yourself, and you can't overlook that for too long.
Can I make a confession? This guy that I have a crush on, he's not really an understudy in my play.
Can I make a confession? If you knew what I was thinking right now, you wouldn't think I was a total gentleman anymore.
You and Craig were talking for a while.
Yes. He's quite the storyteller, your friend Craig.
Oh yeah, what'd you guys talk about?
Well, you know, just small talk. Beside the Beltway stuff. So how does July 1st sound?
For what?
Well, I've always wanted to get married in the summer.
I think it sounds perfect.
I wonder how's it gonna be when it goes down? How's it gonna be when you're not around? How's it gonna be?
Wow, look at you guys! Oh, God. Wait a second. Did you get bigger? Did you guys get bigger this weekend? Come here. Come here. Whoa, whoa, what are you eating over there? So good to see you. Go there, Jenna.
A wonderful Monday. The weekend just felt too short.
Let's get unpacked.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Did you guys have fun with your mom? Yeah?
Oh, and next weekend I'm gonna take him to Great Adventure. So if you'd like, the weekend after, you can have him.
You don't understand when I said the weekend fell too short. I didn't want another weekend. I meant I want them back with me.
What? No, I mean, you left them. You abandoned them.
But I'm back now. Just because I was gone, I never stopped being their mother.
We had an agreement while we were separated, while you were off in Paris, that you said they belonged with me.
I was confused. I wasn't thinking straight. They're still my girls, too.
Yeah, well, that didn't stop you from going off to France for 9 months.
He was right. I shouldn't even have brought it up.
Who was right?
My lawyer. I told him we could settle this like friends. But perhaps I was naive.
Settle what, Pascal?
I filed a custody claim. For my girls. Our girls.
You were filing a custody claim?
I'm sorry, Aaron. I've said too much already. You'll be hanging for my lawyer.
married for 6 months when my husband was first diagnosed. He's only 32 years old. If you approve the bone marrow transplant, I know he'll make it. You have never seen anyone fight like him, no one.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Holland, but your claim has been denied.
Then I'll appeal.
Mrs. Holland, this is your appeal.
Then I'll appeal again.
Look, I understand your frustration, but we're an insurance company, and the way that these experimental procedures work is their mortality rates are higher than their success rates. As callous as it may sound, it's just not a good risk for us to take.
This is my husband's last chance. His last chance to live. Do you understand that? Because if you did...
I hesitate to say this because I don't want to raise your hopes, but there may be a way that we can position your appeal so that my bosses will approve it. That's my home number. Maybe we could discuss it later on in the week over dinner or drinks. You could call me anytime.
Call you at home. Oh, I get it. So you're saying that if I sleep with you, you'll somehow find a way to push Peter's claim through. You should be ashamed of yourself. Do you hear me? Ashamed. You are supposed to be helping people, helping save their lives, and this is what you do?
So how are the girls taking it? I mean, Pascal's suing Aaron for custody. I don't think they really understand what's going on, but I'll tell you, I love those little girls, and if we couldn't see them anymore, I'd be almost as hurt as Aaron would be.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, you don't have to give birth to a child to love her like your own.
Do you really believe that?
I have to. You know, I mean, if I didn't think Megan was a good mother to Amy, I'd never forgive myself for the choices I've made.
Do you think you'll ever tell Will that he's Amy's father?
I think it's a little too late for that. If Greg found out who the father was, he'd never forgive me, and Will's finally happy. He's a lawyer now, helping to defend Aaron. You know, I think I've done enough to mess up his life already.
Okay, I've gone through a list of available mediators. Once we agree on some names...
Excuse me, Counselor. I'm sorry to have wasted your time, but my client has changed her mind about mediation.
Change your mind?
My client has decided to return to France.
France?
And as shared custody would be rendered infeasible by her relocation unless your client is willing to cede full custody to her right now, I'm afraid we'll have no choice but to take this matter to trial.
You're gonna take the girls to France and you can't even tell me yourself?
It is not in your best interest to address my client directly, Mr. Lewis.
Okay, your client is my ex-wife.
Aaron, please.
What, is it in her best interest to ruin her kids' lives? To rip them away from home and take them halfway across the world? Is it?
Aaron. You should also be aware that as child support will certainly be an issue, we'll be seeking to freeze your client's assets until such time as a payment schedule is agreed upon.
I'll take it under consideration.
Thank you for your time. And unless we hear from you by the end of the day, we'll see you in court.
What the hell was that about?
Gamesmanship. He's trying to scare
Yeah,
you.
well, he succeeded. Aaron, come back here. Aaron. Pascal. Why are you doing this?
Because I love those girls, and they need to be with their mother.
Finally, the egg rolls.
Go.
Jenna Moretti,
Yeah.
you're served.
Hey, they bring more of that spicy mustard?
Not exactly.
It's a subpoena from Pascal's lawyer. I have to testify tomorrow.
Found it here yesterday. I can keep a secret for the right donation. Yeah, got mine this morning. $100,000, that's all it says.
Mine's a map. Drop-off point.
Who do you think's blackmailing us?
Could be anyone. It's not like the six of us haven't accumulated a few enemies over the years. We have to pay it, you know.
It's a lot of money, Craig.
Well, what if it's someone who saw something that night? Someone who knows what we did?
Yeah, but paying it makes us vulnerable.
Not any more than we are now.
Listen, Craig's right. We need to pay it. This is a secret we need to keep. I've never known a secret that didn't come out eventually.
Hey. You okay? I wasn't expecting to see you.
I can't stay. I have to get back to the hospital, but I need to talk to you.
Yeah, sure, of course.
What's going on?
Peter isn't doing well. The tests keep coming back saying the same thing.
I'm so sorry.
But there's one last thing that we can try. A bone marrow transplant. But it costs a lot of money and the insurance company won't cover it.
What? They can just decide not to cover it?
They're calling it experimental. It's just not a good risk for them. Look, I'm just gonna say it. And I'm so sorry for the timing, but is there any way that I can borrow the money from you? I will pay back every cent, even if it takes the rest of my life.
Carla, I can't. They froze my assets until the custody case is over. I mean, I would write you a check this second for however much money, but I can't. I'm sorry.
It's just as well. Peter asked me not to beg my friends for handouts.
Carla, come on. Peter is our friend, too.
He could die, Aaron. And I can't do anything about it. I feel so helpless.
Be okay, all right? We'll figure it out, I promise.
Thanks. Good luck today.
I understand you've lived in Mr. Lewis's home for the past year.
Yes, to help him with the girls.
To help him with the girls. Are you saying that Mr. Lewis is incapable of caring for his daughters on his own?
Not at all. Aaron Lewis is the most loving, capable, and committed father I've ever known.
Really? Well, you sound quite taken with him. Are you sleeping with him, Ms. Moretti?
Objection, Your Honor. What does this witness's personal life have to do with Mr. Lewis's ability as a father?
I'm simply trying to establish what kind of home life environment Mr. Lewis has created for his children.
I'll allow it.
So, tell the court, Ms. Moretti. Do you and Mr. Lewis have an intimate relationship?
You told me you weren't sleeping with Jenna.
I wasn't. Until recently, I didn't think it was that important.
It's my job to decide what's important, not yours. You're the father, Aaron, which means you started this trial with 2 strikes against you, and your friend in there may have been your 3rd.
All right, so how do we fix this?
You're gonna have to let me go after Pascal.
Drag her through the mud like they did Jenna?
Aaron, do you want to keep your girls or not?
Fine, do what you have to do.
Before we re-adjourn, I want to know every one of Pascal's shortcomings. As a mother, as a person, I want every piece of dirt you got.
Dirt? That shouldn't be too difficult. Just tell the truth. Pascal abandoned those little girls like 2 stray cats.
Jenna, that's awful.
You know, I always wonder if there was another guy, maybe back in Europe or something. Sam, Pascal never said anything to you, like on one of your play dates or anything, right?
What about another guy? No, of course not. You know, maybe there isn't anything to vilify her with. I mean, truth be told, I always thought Pascal seemed like an excellent mother.
Really? An excellent mother. Do excellent mothers get on a plane to France without their daughters for 9 months?
Take it easy, Aaron.
We're talking about the woman who's trying to take my daughters away, and you're eager to paint her as Mother of the Year?
Hardly eager. But maybe she thought she was doing what was best for the girls, letting him stay in New York until she figured things out.
I can't believe you're taking her side in this.
Aaron, I'm not. But just because she left them doesn't mean she stopped loving him.
They are my daughters, Sam. I mean, what if someone came and tried to take Henry away from you? I'm gonna stretch my legs.
Look, we all like Pascal, or we did. But that doesn't mean that Aaron should let her take the kids. You, of all people, should know how hard a separation like that would be for him.
Why should Sam know that? She's never been separated from Henry.
No, I just...
What separation is Jenna talking about?
Nothing. I don't know. She's just talking. I gotta go pick Henry up from school. I'll see you guys later.
Somebody want to tell me what's going on?
There's nothing going on, Will.
It's okay. We can tell him.
Craig, don't.
Nobody really knows this, but Sam had a kid in London after high school.
Craig.
Sam had a baby?
Yeah. With some guy that she barely even knew.
In London?
1987, she had a kid and then moved back to Bedford.
Where's the baby now?
You remember Amy, right? The little blonde girl that Carla was the nanny for? That's her. Sam's kid.
Excuse me,
What's wrong?
gotta get to court.
Sam! Sam, wait! Sam! Tell me, was it mine? Is Amy my daughter? Damn it, Sam, is it true?
I wanted to tell you so many times.
It is. I asked you. You told me it was a false alarm. That you weren't really pregnant.
I know. I'm sorry.
Do you know how many decisions that I made based on that lie? So you run off to London and then what? You decide to give her up for adoption and you never tell me?
I wanted to keep her.
But what? You didn't want me to be a part of it? You didn't think that I should be your father?
No, Will, I was young. I wasn't ready. I didn't know how, okay?
For the first time in my life, I'm sure that my life would have been better if I'd never met you.
You must think I'm a hypocrite. Someone who only comes here when she needs help. But my husband, Peter, he's sick. He is such a great guy. So sweet and perfect. And I can't lose him. You know, I mean, I just got him. And while I'm here, there's another person who needs your help. Your forgiveness, actually. Because if I had any other choice, any other way, so please forgive me for what I'm about to do.
So you first met your ex-wife in Prague?
Yes, almost 7 years ago.
And on the day you met her, you slept with her. Guess you could call it a one-night stand.
Objection.
I'm trying to establish a pattern of behavior, Your Honor.
I'll allow it.
Yes, I did. And that's when she became pregnant with our first daughter, Chloe.
And how did you react when she told you she was pregnant?
She didn't tell me. Not until Chloe was 3.
Amazing. So for 3 years, she kept from you the fact that you had a child, not even told you that she was pregnant.
Well, she had a fiance at the time. Maybe she didn't want him to know.
A fiancé? Hmm. And you're sure Chloe is actually your daughter?
Objection, Your Honor. Paternity has never been in dispute.
I'll withdraw the question. Your ex-wife walked out on you and your children 14 months ago, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
And do you think that's something a fit mother would do? Just walk out on her children like that?
No, I don't.
In fact, judging from your ex-wife's history of instability, I think the question we should be asking here today, if she is somehow able to win custody of her children, is just how long before she does it again?
Maybe part of me always knew.
Just let me explain.
Just tell me I'm wrong. Tell me Will isn't Amy's father. Tell me!
I can't.
Then I want you out of here by morning.
No, wait. We've both made mistakes, and I did what I thought was best for everyone.
Aaron, did you mean it? What you said about me being an unfit mother?
Look, we probably shouldn't talk about this.
Because I thought it myself many times, believe me. How does a woman leave her own children? And I know we've said so many things to each other, but I need to know, is that what you really think?
Look, Pascal, this is a trial. This is what happens. Your guy went after Jenna, mine's going after you.
Please, Aaron, just tell me what you really think in your heart.
What I really think? What I really think is that you shouldn't have left. What I really think is our lives were turned upside down the minute you walked out that door last year. Well, I mean, there were times when you left where the girls were screaming and yelling, and you know what I said to myself?
I'm not sure I want to hear this.
I say, what would Pascal do right now? And somehow I'd pull it together and everything would be okay. Because what I really think is that you made me a better father. Because you were and are a great mother. Listen, you're not tape recording this or anything, are you?
No. Thank you, Aaron. It helps me to know this because now when I jump out of the case tomorrow, I know how you really feel.
Wait a second, you're dropping out?
Why do I think after today that the trial will be more difficult than he thought? And I can barely afford it as it is. My parents were helping, but, well, they're not rich. And so, perhaps now is the time to step aside. And now I know how you really feel. Maybe you'll let me see my girls on weekends.
Yes. Of course, yes.
Thank you. I'm so sorry about everything.
Thank you for meeting me here.
Shut up. Please, I would appreciate it if you just didn't talk. Hello?
Carla, I have good news. Pascal's dropping the case. They're unfreezing my assets.
What? Aaron,
Yeah, so I can give you the money for Peter's procedure. You still there?
Thank you, Aaron. My God. Thank you.
Don't worry about it, all right? Just stop by whenever it's good for you and I'll write you a check, okay?
Okay, thank you, Aaron.
Where are you going?
Keep your insurance money. I don't know what I was thinking, but I don't want it.
You don't want it?
I have friends in my life that care about me, something that you will never have. I hope to God I never see you again.
So, you have a daughter?
I know it's a lot. I just spent the last 3 hours trying to figure it out myself. But the one thing that I kept coming back to is that I don't want this to mess things up with us. I want to marry you. I don't want anything to change.
Son of a bitch! I always knew there's something between you and Sam about a kid! You have a kid together? I didn't know anything about it! Who cares if you knew about it? You slept with my wife! It was 11 years ago in high school! Which is exactly how long you've been lying to me! It was one night and I felt so guilty about it I went to prison for you! I'm so sick of hearing about that. I've always been honest with you, but everything in your life is a lie. Including our friendship, which is over for good. I think I owe you an apology.
An apology?
For lying to you about what your father said the day he died. The truth is, he hated Will. Will asked me to make up that story so that you'd marry him.
What?
Catherine. Catherine, he's lying. I swear. I swear you have to believe me. Catherine. Catherine!
Looks like it's time. Garbage can with the red lid, right? That's what the note said. So, Chloe, you know how Mommy and Daddy are trying to decide who you and Noel are gonna live with? Because we both want you to live with us?
Yeah.
Well, we finally decided. And guess what? You get to live with Daddy. Do you understand what Daddy's saying? You get to live here in New York, in your bedroom. Honey, what's the matter?
I want to live with Mommy.
You wanna live with Mommy in Paris?
Noel, too. We want to live with Mommy.
Why?
Because.
Because why?
Because she's our mommy.
Hey,
Hey.
I didn't expect you till morning.
Just missed you, I guess.
Why are you smiling like that?
I found the money for your bone marrow transplant.
Found?
I I know that you don't like the idea, but Aaron's lending it to us.
Carla.
Stop. You keep calling them my friends, but it isn't true. They're our friends.
Why you tell them I said thank you?
You know, there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you.
Your Honor, before we start, may I speak?
Please.
After much deliberation, my client has decided not to proceed with her suit against Mr. Lewis for custody of their daughters.
Actually, Your Honor, before you consider Mrs. Lewis's withdrawal, my client would like to address the court directly.
Mr. Berkman?
Fine with me.
My ex-wife and I came here to figure out what's best for our daughters. But we never considered what the girls wanted for themselves. And as much as I love my daughters, I want what will make them happiest. And what Chloe and Noelle want is to see their mother every day. No matter where that is. Okay, just remember that France is only an airplane ride away, okay? And all your vacations, you're gonna come see me in New York. And every chance I get, I'm gonna come see you in Paris, okay?
I know, Daddy.
Thank you for everything you've done. I knew I fell in love with you for a reason.
You know, all this wouldn't have happened if I wasn't such a lousy husband.
You may have been a lousy husband, but you've always been a good man.
I love you guys more than anything in the whole world, okay?
Okay.
Take care of him, okay?
Look, I'm sorry about everything that happened, for not telling you. I wish...
Sam. I asked you to meet me here today because I want to know where my daughter is.
Did you tell Catherine about Amy?
She broke off our engagement. Now answer the question.
I don't know. She left New York 6 years ago with her adoptive mother. At first they sent cards, and now it's been over a year.
And now? Do you have no idea where she is?
I wish I did.
I'll never want to see you again.
Well...
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been 2 months since my last confession.
Why are you here?
I thought that was obvious. I want to make a confession. See, I had a suspicion that a group of friends knew the truth about a murder. But they were covering it up. Only problem was I couldn't prove it. Then I realized, what if this group would be willing to pay to keep their secret quiet. That would be all the proof I needed. If only for myself.
You're the one that sent those notes.
You can't repeat a word that's told to you during confession. Isn't that right, Father Malloy? It'll be our little secret. I know you're protecting Craig Brewster. You're all going down. Good day, Father Malloy.